How you doing, sports fans? This is Jim with the 3-Minute AD. I know it's been a while since we've been up and running, but today we want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we deal with superintendents, and why this came about is we recently ran a little survey with our representative board here in New York State, and a lot of it came up that we have to do a better job of communicating with superintendents. And what that tells me is that athletic directors are having difficulty themselves communicating with their superintendent, perhaps. Now, certainly we don't do a particularly great job of communicating with superintendents on many levels because access is difficult. You know, in most of the country, athletic directors are a secondary hire, maybe not part of the administrative team, maybe just someone as an add-on to take care of something that a superintendent or a school district doesn't want to bother with. But yet we know the importance of our jobs. We know how good we are at what we do, and we need the help of the superintendent. So it's really the work of us, the state associations, to get that going. We want to be able to show our membership that we do have that communication. So one thing we did was we put a superintendent position on the board, but some other good comments came out about this, about, you know, getting them to become members of the association in certain ways, maybe have their sections or their states or their localities pay for their membership, and they're going to get reimbursed anyway, like most of us do to begin with when we belong to a professional organization. The other thing is to look into your state associations, athletic associations, where there's superintendent representatives. Recently, one of my colleagues and I also presented at a conference, a local superintendent conference. It helps when you can do those little things. We want to give them as much information we can. The things that we're doing good have to be promoted better on the outside. The relationship with your superintendent in your own school is your problem. You have to make sure that you know that you're communicating with your superintendent first. You don't want secrets. You don't want things to just show up later when you're doing something. You want to give them the heads up on everything. The one thing they want to hear is, yeah, the bad is going to be bad, but they want to hear the good too. You know, you want to hear the good, you want to hear the bad, you want to hear the ugly. But certainly celebrating the good is a part of it too. But making sure that your superintendent is in the limelight. You know, who's more narcissistic, us or superintendents? I'm not so sure, but making sure that they are still the head of the household. You know, we may run the department, but they run the school district, and they have a big job, and they trust us to keep them safe and keep them operating in a very smooth manner. But starting to get those people involved in your state associations, in your local conferences, in your local athletic groups, I think that's going to be the critical piece here in starting the beginning to open that door with superintendents. Because guys, truth be told, like we say, the NFL running back has a 3-year life expectancy, and so does a superintendent these days. So I had 3 of them in 20 years. Some of you may have had 5 or 6 in 10 years, you know, based on your district. Some may have had 1, you know, so we don't know what it holds, but certainly we want to make sure that we have those communication lines open with our superintendents, and again, engage them, become members, get them involved, maybe even take an LTI with us, especially like the event management. We just had a few in our state do that. So again, superintendent conversations, we could have these forever. We might even make this a podcast, but this is Jim for the 3-Minute AD. I wish you all well as we approach November and enter November with a look to the winter, and hopefully it's a mild one for us all. Thanks a lot, guys. God bless you all. Jim for the 3-Minute AD. Download the New York State app, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Take care.